What's up, YouTube? My name is Bob Morrison, and welcome back to Nerdly. Today on Nerdly, I have completed another set of figures. Wow. I completed the Jurassic World set. I'm actually kind of excited that I completed it because it took me so long to find a lot of the characters that I figured I might as well complete it because, there's only two left, and I was like, yeah, why not? So, if you're just wondering, so this is called Pop Movies Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This box that I'm holding is the Indoraptor box. Even though I said I wasn't going to get it, I still got it. Just to complete the set. This one is number 588. And then on the back, you can get Owen Grady, which is 585. Blue, which is 586. The Stygimoloch, I still can't say it, which is 587. Indoraptor, which is 588. And Claire Deering, who is 590. So, the two that I got Claire and the Indoraptor. And then I have the rest of them here, along with the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, just to give a little comparison. So, first I'm just going to show, so I got Owen. So this is what Owen looks like, if you don't remember that video. And then this was the Stymaglock kind of looking guy, which he looks pretty cool. He came in later in the movie. I'll be honest, the movie was kind of a disappointment for me because I love that movie. Like, it was a good movie, but it could have been better, honestly. And it was kind of weird and stuff, and it was good, but, like, I don't know. One Jurassic World was good, and then the rest of them were like, okay then. This guy didn't come in till the end of the movie, honestly, and yeah, it was weird. And then we got Blue, who was like the star of the movie, and this is what she looks like. And she looks pretty cool. She's like the hero of the movie, which is pretty cool. And then the two I got was Claire. So this is what Claire looks like. And she's got ponytail hair now because exposition stuff. But yeah, she was a really cool character in the movie, which I was really proud of. So yeah. And then, sorry, I should really review it. Sorry. So anyways, this is what she looks like. And she looks pretty cool. I don't really know what to say. The humans in the Jurassic World movies and Jurassic Park movies, they're not really detailed that well for a reason. You're there to see the dinosaurs. That's what you want to see. So, yeah, it's weird though because you'll see them and they're wearing kind of normal clothing. The only reason Owen looks like he's in survival mode is because he was going out into the wilderness to look for Blue, and at that point all the dinosaurs have been released, so you kind of need some protection. But yeah, most of them look basic because they want, they want to really emphasize the dinosaurs, which is actually really neat. And the Indoraptor is super detailed. Here, I'll show it now. This is what the Indoraptor looks like. It's called Indoraptor because it's supposed to be a mix between the Indominus Rex from the last movie and Blue. And so yeah, so this is what the Indoraptor looks like. It's got a really big mouth. It's got red eyes because it's supposed to be evil. It's got like this yellow stuff down it, like Dart did. And it's got like all these like things on its back and stuff. And I'll be honest, the Indoraptor for me was a disappointment because they teased it so much in the trailers. And that's how they get you to go to these types of movies. They're like, oh, we gotta pump it out, pump. It didn't show up till the end of the movie. And it was a disappointment because I was expecting so much more. I was expecting, like, this thing to be evil and the bad guy that we thought it was. And, like, oh, like, it's gonna kill a character, maybe. And it's gonna be so much drama and, like, oh my god. But it didn't, honestly. Like, it hurt Claire because it knocked over a stand. And I don't mean to sound cynical or whatever. Like, I like the movie. I would watch it again because I walked to the movie theater to see it on the hottest day of summer. And it was just so... I liked it, but I felt the Indoraptor was a disappointment because it lacked... It was trying to be what Blue wasn't, like the Raptor. Because Blue was supposed to show empathy, and the Indoraptor didn't care. It just wanted to eat and kill and destroy and anything. And like they teased that it was bulletproof because Owen shot it at one point and the bullets kind of just and fell out like in Superman or Wolverine or whatever. And then they went up on a roof for some reason to try and get away from it when they could have just gone back through the house that they were at and got in a car and drove away. But we can't do that, can we? And it was weird because Blue knocked the Indoraptor through a window and it got impaled on some old bones of what's it called? Sorry, just give me 1 second. Let me think. A Triceratops. Sorry, that's what I was trying to think. And it got impaled and it died, and then that was it for it. And I was like, really? Like, you could have done so much more with this dinosaur. Because the dinosaur freaked the living hell out of me. It wasn't like the Indoraptor, where I was like, oh, it's big and it's kind of scary. But, like, this thing was tiny. And with, like, a laser pointer and a sound, they could aim you as a target. And the Indoraptor would stop at nothing to get you and kill you. And it's like... That was like, oh, okay. And like just seeing this thing, it was freaky because it would act certain ways, and it would act like it cared, but it actually didn't. It would act like just so creepy, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, can we kill this thing now because it's creepy? But then they killed it off really easily, and I felt like I felt like they could have done a lot more with it, and apparently they're gonna do a third one because of the ending. I won't say the ending. But yeah, I just wanted the Indoraptor to be so much more than it actually was. And once this figure was released, I had already seen the movie, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get it because I don't know, like I got it now because it's just something creepy to have because it's like, ooh, this is creepy. But when you see the movie and then you see it, you're like, oh, okay, that's it. Like Blue was scarier than this thing, and Blue's supposed to be a good guy. The T-Rex was scarier than this thing. We've all grew up with the T-Rex, and, like, I'm not putting down this movie in any way, because I could tell they generally worked hard on it, because when Jurassic World came out, everyone was like, oh, the Guardians of the Galaxy guys in it, Chris Pratt, and they're like, oh, what's this? Let's watch this, and then they tried to one-up it, but they kind of just followed I think they followed Jurassic Park 3, Lost Kingdom or something like that, where they took all the dinosaurs here, and then the T-Rex rampaged through a small town and just ate everything. It was gory and horror and weirdness, and they tried to do it like that. They tried to make it like, oh, we're going to sell the dinosaurs off, and oh, the dinosaurs will be in our military, and oh, like this and that, and but it's like, it just got weird to a point where it's like you're just rewatching an old movie, and you don't want that. That's the thing you don't want. Like, when I watched Star Wars, The Force Awakens was so different from... Sorry, I had a really bad catch. I was talking about Star Wars. The Force Awakens, in my opinion, was nowhere near A New Hope, because A New Hope was A New Hope. The Force Awakens was dark and mysterious, and you didn't know where they were going. And then, The Last Jedi followed that, in my opinion. It was so good. People hated on it. They're like, oh, it's so awful. Oh, you're just following Empire Strikes Back. Oh, no, it was nowhere near Empire Strikes Back. I remember Empire Strikes Back, I was afraid of this guy in a mask who breathed funny, and he cut off Luke's hand, and, like, that was like, oh, Jesus, oh, God, boy. Last Jedi was so scary, because you didn't know who was going to die. Like, the way, I hated that they killed, Akbar off screen. I hated that, but the way they did everything else, it was so scary. Like, when Princess Leia lived, and I know Carrie Fisher's dead, rest in peace, but, like, she passed away, but, like, when Princess Leia lived, I was like, oh, shit, she has the Force, too. Oh, that's wicked. And then, I also liked the witty of the characters, like, General Hux. I don't know, for a bad guy, he's kind of funny, in my opinion. He reminds me of Starscream, but if Starscream is funny, I just love the part where they're sitting in the giant ship that Snoke had, and they're trying to get the bad guys, the good guys, and they're like, and he goes, what is the point of all this if we can't blow up 3 tiny ships? And the guy goes, oh, well, they're smaller and lighter, sir. They can fly ahead of us. And he just looked annoyed because it was like, you're in a giant ship and you can't blow up three tiny ships. You're like, oh, great. And then when Poe was insulting him in the beginning of the movie, it was so funny. And people hated that. They were like, oh, well, this isn't Star Wars. I'm like, no, it's not Star Wars. It's funny. Like, who would want to be like upset and scared a whole movie? That's a horror movie. You go to Star Wars because it's like a fandom. It's like a toxic fandom now, I would say, because people hated on the girl who played Rose. I thought Rose was an excellent character, and they hated on that. And then and now they don't even know if they want to do a third one because people hated Solo, and I don't know how you could hate Solo. Solo was so cool, and just so many references to other things. It was so interesting, and yeah, and that's where I'm going with this. I'm going with, for another Jurassic World, just do what you did for the first one. Don't try and one up your next movie. Don't try and beat what the first movie did. Just follow the same thing that you did. That's how John Wick worked, because John Wick is so cool. That's how the Star Trek movies work. That's how Star Wars worked, because it didn't try and one up each movie that it did. It tried to show that even though it's the same movie that you're watching, like, not the same movie as in script wise, but in like feeling wise, it can change in an instant. And that's what's cool about going to the movies, is that you have no clue where that story is going to go until you get a resolution. I'm doing this, but yeah, that's what I'm just trying to get with this, is that it's cool to look at Jurassic Park, because I love that movie, and then you watch Jurassic World and you're like, oh crap, this is different, because Jurassic Park, they didn't get to open the park yet. And the T-Rex was the bad guy and all this stuff. And then Jurassic World, they opened the park. It was open and done, and like all hell breaks loose. And it's like, oh, this is so scary. And then T-Rex was the good guy, and like, it's just so cool. So like, all I'm saying is, like, for this movie, like, in a long term, I'm saying, for this movie, I just wish they didn't try and one up their old movie, because Indominus Rex was as scary as you could get, and then the Indoraptor was scary, but like, they didn't do anything with the character, and it was like, oh, okay, it's dead now, whatever. But yeah, it was a good movie in that saying, but yeah, that's what I'm just trying to get across, is that you don't have to one up your movie each time. Like, you could get away with the movie being the same as the first one, and people wouldn't care, as long as it's the same. Like, as long as it still has that same feeling of, like, oh, this is the movie that we love, this is the characters that we love, this is the story that we love, instead of just, oh, this isn't anything anymore. It was, I don't know. It's weird, because I just wanted more with this character, but yeah. I got all of the pump figures, that's what I'm saying, but like, yeah, I don't know. If you want me to elaborate more on that in like a longer video, let me know, and I will totally do so. But what I brought the T-Rex now, for what I brought the T-Rex down here for, was a comparison, because this is Jurassic Park's T-Rex, and that's what it looks like. And yes, I don't have the Jurassic World T-Rex, but look at the color differences. Like, he's bland and just brown and stuff. And then you have Blue, who's gray and blue and stuff. Then you got the Sty guy, who's like very different. He's all these different things. And then you got the Indoraptor. Like, this is how far they've come. But Jurassic World will always be one of my favorite movies. And Jurassic Park will always be one of my favorite movies, just to come back to the roots. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please leave a like. And I'll do more videos like this if you want, like, just talking about movies and stuff. But yeah, that's it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.